Mads here from Herman Hits the Road. Welcome to Motorhome and Campervan News, January 2022. Happy New Year everyone. In this video I look at a couple lose their new to them campervan to scammers, new major changes to the highway code that you should be aware of, and Oxford implement a zero emission zone. You can find all the links to the news articles in the video description, and I've also provided timestamps. Wait until the end of the video for bloopers and outtakes, and let us know how much you enjoyed the video by leaving a comment or giving it a thumbs up. And if you like to see more of our videos, then why not subscribe and ring that notification bell. We're going to start off with a scam warning to those buying a motorhome or campervan. From the Daily Record, Scots couple warn of nightmare scam after courier fails to deliver £5,000 campervan. June and Alistair Rafiq from Fort William paid £5,000 through a private seller in Crewe last month. But the courier they hired from a well-known firm collected their new Volkswagen T4 in the town and disappeared 3 weeks ago. The couple have now reported the missing van to police and are warning others of the scam. They found the van on Gumtree and used UK-based firm Shipley, an online marketplace where transport services bid for work, to find a firm to bring it the 350 miles to their home. They agreed to pay the chosen courier £300 and handed over a £99 deposit to Shipley, with the rest to follow on delivery. They were notified the van had been collected as planned on October the 27th, but their ETA of 7:20 p.m. passed and the campervan was nowhere to be seen. June said the previous owner has been in touch with the police and given them a statement. They have a description of who collected it, but the chances of getting it back are very slim. The couple insured the van but faced losing their cash. They say the van was registered as a light commercial vehicle as it needed work before it could be used as a campervan, but insurers disagree and told them their claim is void. They are now consulting lawyers. A Shipley spokesman said, "Fraudulent transport providers are extremely rare. 99.96% of transactions go ahead without serious issue." The courier the couple chose had only been on the site for a few days and had not built up a user rating. The firm added that it had processed the return of the Rafiq's deposit. The courier could not be reached. Some good news now from the Ross-shire Journal. Proposed visitor management plan for Ross-shire and the rest of the region is agreed by Highland Council. Efforts to better manage the growth in visitors to Ross-shire have been approved as part of the wider Highland Plan. Highland Council's Tourism Committee agreed to the proposed visitor management plan for 2022 to support the growth in visitors to the Highlands. As well as a range of improvements lined up for roads, parking and seasonal access ranges, the committee also welcomed news that a number of projects in Ross-shire are already either underway or expected to be ready by spring or summer next year. These include waste disposal units in Kinlochhew and Ballintor, improvements to Tain Rose Garden public toilets, work on Cromarty motorhome site and facilities, motorhome parking and a waste disposal unit in North Kessock, and improved beach access to both Grunard Bay and Gearlock. Wider actions involved in the Highland Plan include £240,000 on road management and improvements, £160,000 investment in parking management, £350,000 for seasonal access ranges and £220,000 on waste management. 6 or 5 figure sums will also be spent on public toilets and improved provision for motorhomes and waste disposals. Councillor Gordon Adam, the committee chairman, said tourism is vital to the economic recovery of the Highlands. Tourism-related jobs can represent up to 43% of the workforce in some areas, and it is really important that we continue to strive to improve infrastructure and how we manage the growth in visitor numbers. Significant data gathering has been collated throughout the busy 2021 season. The information has been carefully considered by members and officers in order to learn and prioritise the key improvements. In tandem with the Visitor Management Plan, the Council is developing a tourism infrastructure plan which aims to identify the longer-term tourism infrastructure requirements of the region. Now, if you love VW campers, then we have some exciting news from Auto Express. All-electric Volkswagen ID California Campervan announced. Volkswagen confirms its ID Buzz-based camper will be launching in the second half of this decade. That does seem a long way off, doesn't it? Aimed to provide a modern twist on the iconic Type 2 campervan of the 1950s, the ID Buzz will be based on the company's MEB bespoke EV platform. A range of battery sizes will be offered, the largest of which is said to give the ID Buzz a maximum range of around 340 miles. The additional weight of internal fittings and camping equipment could reduce this range in the ID California, however. The ID Buzz range is expected to kick off with a 201 brake horsepower single motor, rear-wheel drive powertrain option with higher-powered dual-motor variants offering four-wheel drive. Like other MEB-based models, it'll also support rapid charging. Let me know what you think of the VW ID California. Is it something you are interested in? Do you like the look of it? How much do you think it was going to cost? And do you like the name? ID Buzz. Many news outlets are reporting the changes to the highway code coming in at the end of January. Reported by the iNews website, the changes include stricter rules on using mobile phones whilst driving, such as it will become an offence to take photos and videos. Select a song on your playlist. That will probably include pressing the next track button as well. Play games on your phone, even if you are stopped at a red light. You'd have thought the current rules on using mobile phones would cover things such as playing games and taking photos. Failing to observe these rules could cost you a £200 fixed penalty and 6 points on your licence. If you have your phone on a hands-free device, then you will still be allowed to use it for directions. Major changes to the highway code include drivers of vehicles that can cause the greatest of harm in the event of a collision bear the greatest responsibility to take care and reduce the danger to others. This principle applies most strongly to drivers of HGVs, LGVs, cars, taxis and motorcycles. Cyclists and horse riders have the responsibility to reduce danger to pedestrians. The priority for pedestrians at junctions has changed. Drivers, motorcyclists and cyclists should give way to pedestrians crossing or waiting to cross a road into which or from which you are turning. You should give way to pedestrians and cyclists waiting to cross at a crossing. The priority for cyclists when cars are turning has also changed. You should not cut across cyclists, horse riders or horse-drawn vehicles going ahead when you are turning into or out of a junction, or changing direction or lane. You should give way whether they are using the road, a cycle lane or cycle track. Do not turn at a junction if to do so will cause a cyclist, horse rider or horse-drawn vehicle going straight ahead to stop or swerve. You should stop and wait for a safe gap if necessary. This does make sense to me. However, as people get used to the rules, I think it will cause more accidents, especially those involving squishy pedestrians, who these rules are supposed to protect. The YouTube channel Atomic Shrimp explains it all very well, and I'll leave a link in the video description. Other changes include drivers should also open doors using the Dutch reach method. With the hand on the opposite side of the door they are opening. This makes the driver turn their heads to look over their shoulders and reduces the likelihood of hitting a passing cyclist with a door. Drivers should also leave at least 1.5 metres when overtaking cyclists at speeds of up to 30 miles an hour, and give them more space when overtaking at higher speeds. Cyclists will also have greater responsibility to look out for people walking. Do let me know your thoughts on these changes. Are they going to really change much? Is there going to be more accidents? Let me know in the comments section. More and more councils have been adding emission zones around their towns and cities. London and Portsmouth spring to mind, and Greater Manchester is implementing an ultra low emission zone in May. Oxford is the latest to add an emission zone. From February, Oxford will be implementing a pilot zero emission zone. To use the streets in the emission zone, you will be charged up to £10 for a petrol or diesel vehicle, but driving an electric vehicle in the zone will be free. The charges will apply 7 AM to 7 PM 7 days a week. The pilot will include a few streets which look like pedestrian zones anyway, and later this will expand to a much wider area at a to be confirmed date. Welcome to Motorhome and Campervan News, January 2022. Unbelievable. The firm added that it had processed. Come on. The firm added that, I can't read that word. The firm added that it had processed the return of Rafiq's deposit. Now have I read that name right? This is going to take me ages. Motorhome and improved beach access to at both. Why is it? I can't read these words. That sounds like other MEBs. If you have your phone on a hands-free device, then you'll be major changes to the highway highway clued. My God, it's cold in here. Being interrupted by a woodpecker as well. That's it for this month. Like, subscribe and ring the bell. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.